You're listening to Bible Truth Feed, a podcast by christadelphianvideo.org for Christadelphians and all those seeking the truth about the Bible message. Join us now as we present our latest episode.
Hello and welcome to Thought for August the 18th. Our readings are 1 Kings chapter 13, Jeremiah chapter 39 and Mark chapter 13. And our thought is, from the fig tree learn its lesson. In today's 13th chapter of Mark, we encounter the thought-challenging words of Jesus that believers should, from the fig tree, learn its lesson. Verse 28. This first takes our thoughts to Joel's prophecy, where he says, "A nation has come up against my land. It has laid waste my vine and splintered my fig tree." Chapter 1, verses 6 and 7. This reveals, of course, that Israel is God's fig tree. So what lesson should we learn? Jesus says, "As soon as its branch becomes tender and puts out its leaves, you know that summer is near. So also when you see these things taking place, you know that he is near at the very gates," as we read in verse 28 and 29. The next verse, verse 30, is particularly challenging. "Truly I say to you, this generation will not pass away until all these things take place." Well, the generation that heard Jesus say this experienced the destruction of the fig tree when the Romans destroyed the temple and scattered the Jews nearly 40 years later. But now God's fig tree has come into bloom again. It was reborn in 1948, 74 years ago. We recall the comment in the Psalms that the years of our life are 70, Psalm 90 verse 10. But the fig tree of this generation is not yet producing the fruit of belief in God. But the point Jesus particularly makes is that the generation of the fig tree will learn a lesson as they see all these things take place. It is rather remarkable that from the establishment of the Zionist movement by Theodor Herzl in 1897, it was exactly 70 years to when the Jews captured Jerusalem in 1967 and made it their capital. So what are we to anticipate when 70 years are completed from when the Jews established their nation in 1948? Only time will answer that question. But words of warning arise in our hearts. We must not be obsessed by dates while taking note of them, but we must make sure that we are really drawing near to Jesus and the Father, so much so that Jesus Christ is formed in us. See the words of the Apostle Paul in Galatians 4 verse 19. And we read, "He will recognize and accept us when he comes." And if we will learn the lesson from the fig tree, we cannot help but be in increasing anticipation that our faith will soon be turned to sight. But until then, we will walk by faith, not by sight. But we surely will walk with a firmer and surer step. And we will need to. For Jesus also said, "For in those days there will be such tribulation as has not been from the beginning of the creation." And while this had an initial application to the destruction of Jerusalem in AD 70, verses 24 to 26 show they are followed by the sight of the Son of Man coming in clouds with power and great glory. Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of the Word which reveal to us the glorious visions of those things that are shortly to come. And so the Word continues to be a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you found the episode helpful. Don't forget, most of these episodes are also available as videos on our video channel, cdvideo.org. So head over and take a look. If you have any comments or questions or suggestions, please get in touch or leave us a voice message. We love to hear your feedback. You can email us at btf@cdvideo.org. If you enjoyed the episode, then please share it with others. Until next time, may God bless you in your studies and your walk towards God's kingdom. Amen.